OnlineVideoGames here, and recently I just played the Super Nintendo. Now I purchased the Super Nintendo less than a year ago, so out of all my consoles, right next to it I have on live Nintendo 64, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, the PS2, the Wii, the Xbox, and the GameCube. But out of all my 9 consoles that I have right there, the Super Nintendo, the most recent one that I purchased, and is a fantastic system. The main reason why is because the emphasis of the Super Nintendo today is about gameplay. When you play games today, like Mortal Kombat, you have 5-button combos, and it becomes more like a rocket science project trying to memorize 50 different combos, especially if you want to play as multiple characters, or if you're playing Mortal Kombat Deception, you have at least 10-button combos that you would have to execute in order to advance. But with the Super Nintendo, the games are very simplistic. The controller looks like this, and it can't be too complicated when you think about it. I mean, you have the left bumper button, the right bumper button, and 4 buttons over here. I think the Xbox 360 controller has about 16 buttons. So, as you can tell by the design, the controller is set up so once you jump into a game, and if you casually play a game, you already know all of the controls. The Super Nintendo has a bunch of platform games, and it could be purchased today for a relatively low price. This is the second Super Nintendo I purchased. The first one I purchased was a Lemon, and that one didn't work. Now, getting the Super Nintendo, I get it at LukiGames.com, and I'll show you guys the website in a second. That cost me $70, and then I got some games with it, and in order to get the games, I had to pay approximately $80. So rather than getting Modern Warfare 3 if you don't already have that, or Battlefield 3, or Batman Arkham City, you could spend the money that it would cost to get that game to get a Super Nintendo, and you could spend the money that it would cost to get a second game, such as Uncharted 3, to get a bunch of games for the Super Nintendo. One game I got was Donkey Kong Country, which is an unbelievably amazing, fantastic game. They're mainly all 2D platformers, and it's about the gameplay, where if you die, it's not because you forgot the 10-button combo. You would die because your timing isn't perfect. So they're all about gameplay. For the Super Nintendo games are pretty much all about gameplay, rather than trying to memorize a 20-button combo like you do today. Alright, so let me show you guys the games I have. And I purchased all these when I got my Super Nintendo, and all these games and Donkey Kong Country cost me $80 approximately. I have this game. I haven't even played this one yet. This thing is called Weapon Lord. Maybe I tested it to see if it worked. I haven't had a problem with any of these games. They all work 100% fine since the system. Then I have Super Mario World. I think this one was less than $2. Shaq Fu. Angry Nintendo Owner did a review on that game. And I have X-Men, Mutant Apocalypse. I'm having trouble reading the text. It's super small. The same game again, Weapon Lord. Alright, let's look at the other three. Aladdin. This game's amazing. Good at Super Nintendo gets this game. The Lion King. And Spider-Man, X-Men. So if you're getting a Super Nintendo and you're trying to budget yourself, and you could only get 2 games, I think Aladdin costs about $10, and Donkey Kong Country, I think you could get that for a bit less than $20. So you could get Super Nintendo for $70, and then you could spend an extra $30 and get 2 games with it. And it comes with 2 controls if you get it at LuckyGames.com. And their games are pretty much, according to the website, if there's an issue I get with the games not working unless they change their policy, then you can return them, but they're pretty much guaranteed to work. So I never have a problem with that, the games working. When I get games at GameStop, none of them, it's very rare that they work. And I should say it's very rare that they look correctly, as in they're missing their manual, their cover art, the disc is severely scratched, the disc has black ink on it. They get games at Lucky Games, I mean, they're guaranteed to work, and if they don't work, you have the option to return them. So you get the Super Nintendo, and it's simple to turn on. All you have to do is press this one forward, and a reset it, press this one forward, and it comes with 2 controls. And remember, the control is very simplistic, so if you're dying in a video game, it's not because you didn't memorize the 20-button combo and then an Xbox Live with a guy who knows every single combo inside out. You I guess there's no online in the Super Nintendo, so you wouldn't be dying because you didn't memorize the 30-button combo and the guy you're playing Xbox Live knows every combo inside out. You would die because your timing was imperfect on a jump, or your timing for your attack wasn't precise. So there's a lot of skill involved. Let me get up the website. Give me just 1 second here. Alright. My mouse is currently frozen. My mouse is frozen on my computer, that's not good. I may have to shut down my computer and reset it. Anyways, these games cost me about $150, and I would highly advise you for if you're interested in gaming and you love gaming, to buy Super Nintendo. The games are relatively low prices, it's a fantastic system, and as well the gameplay component. If you're worried about controls, this is the one system to not worry about. It has the easiest type of controls, so you could pretty much master the game within seconds. You just have to have precise timing, and back then it wasn't about graphics, although the graphics on this look superior to the original Nintendo. Back then it was about gameplay, and this is what got people into gaming, and I guess revolutionized the video game industry to become $1 billion industry like it is today. So I highly recommend, when you get the opportunity today, to get a Super Nintendo and get Donkey Kong Country Returns and Aladdin. Thanks for watching. And the website once again is Lucky Games. I'll see you guys later. Just Google Lucky Games. Thanks for watching.